Sarah and Vinnie on Alice at 97.3.
All right, everyone. Here is your review of Jurassic World. It's Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. So this is 22 years after the opening of Jurassic Park. So there's a bunch of new people who run this fantasy land.
So it's still, even after everything that happened, it's still going, huh?
Yeah, it got past.
No, they shut it down.
They
opened this new version called Jurassic World.
Yeah.
They've shut down the original Jurassic Park.
So, it's basic, like Jurassic Park is like, I don't know, 10 miles away from where Jurassic World is. So you get to see the old Jurassic Park in ruins.
Oh.
And then you get to see the new, pimped out version. So the new people who run this, they can't quite keep the dollars pouring in. So they decide to create a dinosaur that's more terrifying and deadly than anything that's ever existed.
Awesome idea.
Well, Marcus, how was Chris Pratt? Did he do a great job in carrying this film? Is he better than Sam Neill?
Here we go with the comparisons again. You cannot compare them. Can't compare them. It just doesn't make sense to. There's nothing similar about the characters.
Not at all.
Nothing. And people are going to like this guy better than Sam Neill. I actually kind of like the Chris Pratt character a little bit better than Sam Neill's character. This dude is a bit more of a badass.
So in San Andreas,
Sam Neill is just kind of a doctor.
In San Andreas, the real star was the earthquakes. In this film, the real star are the dinosaurs. How are the special effects in 2015?
Ridiculous.
Incredible.
I just watched the original Jurassic Park on TV this past weekend just to get reacquainted with it. And wow, special effects have come a long way. I remember sitting in the theater in '93 when that movie came out going, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And it's so much better now.
How much better could it possibly be?
Well, we're going to
talk
about one thing that's, I thought, the most impressive. They have a dinosaur in this film called a Mosasaurus. And this is basically a giant crocodile.
Yeah.
A T-Rex is 40 feet. This thing is 60 feet long. And it preys on giant great white sharks. That's how big this thing is. It's a giant crocodile.
Where do they
sharks.
keep this thing?
It weighs in the ocean. It weighs 5 tons and lives underwater. When I was actually, because we saw this 3D IMAX, I was nervous in my seat.
Oh, it was great in IMAX, by the way. Phenomenal in IMAX.
Yeah, but when you saw this crocodile, were you like overwhelmed?
Is the world in the ocean too?
Part of it.
Yeah, there's only a little bit in the ocean.
It's on the coast of Costa Rica.
Yeah, it's only a little bit, though.
Is it all under a dome, I hope?
Part of it.
Well, you have to see that.
Part of it.
That's actually pretty important.
Yeah.
How can people see this 5-ton alligator thing if it's in the ocean?
Well, you have to see it, Sarah.
Well, here, I'll tell you. Part they feed it. So they'll have a...
But that's not really what she's asking. She's asking how can they see it. So
yeah.
That's an important plot point.
But that's one of the ways you can see.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead.
Did it terrify you?
No, it didn't terrify me. That's probably I'm a grown man, so I don't get terrified in motion pictures. But but that being said, I was still in awe of the special effects. You know what it's like, as you asked me that question, Sarah? It's like going back and watching your old channels before you got your HD TV. So when I looked back at the '93 version, I go, oh, that's not as great as I thought it was, because now I'm looking at the new stuff. It blows it away. Right. It's not even close to how great the special effects are. And let's face it, the dinosaurs are the stars of the movie, right?
Right.
So they got to be good.
They got to be good.
Is this the best Jurassic movie to date?
No, it's the second best, though.
It's the second best, everyone.
The first one, though, is the best, right?
First one's still, overall, in total, yeah, still the best one because it's the first. But I'd be willing to bet you that there will be people from this new generation who think this is the best. It's better than the first one. I actually got into a debate with some young guy after the movie going, oh, he was like, oh, it's so slow because the first 15 minutes, it's a long movie. So the 15 minutes or so, they take time to warm up and kind of get you acquainted to all these new characters. But once it gets going, it's a nice little ride.
Sum it all up, let me just say this. It's a total formula, but it worked.
Yeah.
In 1993, when we saw the dinosaurs on the big screen, I thought it was overwhelming. But for this new generation who probably, haven't seen the original, they're going to love it just as much. I'm going to give it 3 1/4 Persian.
Yeah, the movie makes a point. Actually, one of the plot points is that this Jurassic Park, the reopening, has to be bigger and better because 20 years ago, dinosaurs were a big deal. But this new generation, 20 years later, they're like, going to the zoo and seeing elephants. So they have to create something that's bigger and better in order to keep people interested in coming to Jurassic World.
What are you giving?
I'm giving it 4 Aussies.
Oh, you loved it.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, good.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.